left in my life, don't know what's in store. I've been dealing with these blessings that I can't ignore. Putting up the numbers, we ain't keeping score. Amen, amen. I here on the block, my side. Run it in our house for us 12 o'clock. Yeah, the hood love me, but you gotta watch. Amen, amen. I just three, I don't do sleep. Yeah, tryna see, UV. Yeah, we gon' fall through, coming through deep. Amen, amen. Yeah, packed it from the south, moved it to the west.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Happy New Year, everybody. In today's late season matchup, we have two teams who have victory on their minds. It's the Panthers going up against the Falcons.
Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be brought out by their seventh-year man out of Auburn, the 2015 NFL MVP. It's Cam Newton.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Newton on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Second and 5. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. The numbers on the ground for Stewart last week. 15 carries, 55 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
Now Cam, option left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
When evaluating Grady Jarrett coming out of college, I had a great discussion with numerous scouts, and they all loop back to the same thing about it, his quickness. And we saw that on display in the Super Bowl against New England, where he worked inside and caused all kinds of havoc and pressure up the middle. Excellent movement skills, can get to the quarterback, and knows how to make plays.
To throw on second down is Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now 3rd down, less than a yard. Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now a man who subbed in for Andy Lee down the stretch last year, Michael Pilardi, to kick it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. He'll field this at the 5. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
It's real easy to express how much you love about Julio Jones's game, because when you watch him perform, you see a little bit of everything. You see speed, you see strength, you see the power with the run after catch. But what you don't see is the work he puts in during the week, and you also don't see this. A #1 receiver, one of the best in the league, that doesn't act like a diva.
To throw now on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he is out of bounds, getting it just shy of the 35. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Spotlight, please, on Shaq Thompson. I always go back to his time at the University of Washington. Played some minor league baseball in the offseason. Could have been a big-time running back, maybe even a safety, and has settled in as a good, strong outside linebacker in the NFL whose forte is speed.
2nd down now after the incompletion. He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Matt Bosher, 7th-year man from Miami, on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Carolina offense making their way out. We take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Newton on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. And now running right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And these guys locked into that #1 seed. That's been a foregone conclusion for a while now. The question on everyone's mind, can they finish the regular season a perfect 16-0?
And it all comes back to philosophy of the organization, philosophy of the head coach, and, of course, the locker room itself. What do the players want to do? And I think what most teams would do in this situation is approach it, let's win every game, but let's be smart about doing it. So it doesn't mean that they're going to go all out if, indeed, they do need to rest a few people.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. 20. Touchdown, Falcons. How about that? Their quarterback, 48 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go play action here on first down. And he's got some space here. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Second down and just 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, it's Newton. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down. They'll try the air now with Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
I better raise my voice a little bit here, because one thing we can already tell, even in the first year in the league with this new stadium, it's going to get loud in this place.
Yeah, the old place was loud, but I think we're getting a sense that this place is going to be louder.
Yeah, they're riding that momentum of that 2016 team that finished their year in the Super Bowl.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And not great starting field position here for the offense. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Look to throw here. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Freeman again, a 1st down carry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Freeman, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
To throw here. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, wide open. Complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. They were looking that time to get it to Justin Hardy. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Justin Hardy, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And he shows some mobility there, getting outside the tackles, moving to the right, making a nice play.
He had the whole field in front of him and was able to actually throw it about where he was looking, right? He said he moved to the right, had his vision there, and put a nice pass into the end zone for a touchdown.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it. Loving it.
That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. Second down, they run with Stewart. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. And it's caught over the middle, Wilson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 11. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Freeman again. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now let's go. Blue, land it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Julius Peppers in there for a milestone sack, number 150 in his great career as he continues to climb the all-time leaderboard. The Falcons on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now it's Newton. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
The Panthers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Newton. It's caught. Shepard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Newton on first down. He hits Stewart in the flat. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now Newton on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. A final shot before the break. Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Falcons have to like how they played so far. The Panthers really looked great last week, but it hasn't been so easy for them in this one. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now 3rd and 8. This run will go off the left side, and this run goes for a touchdown. Falcons strike first in this one. Falcons have it early in the second. Jones has got nobody around him on the deep pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 3-yard line. Continuing on the drive, Hardy's got nobody around him on the catch. This goes for a touchdown as they take a 13-0 lead. Falcons on 2nd and 7. Pepper's going to push his way to the QB here. This goes for a loss of 9. That'll do it from here in Orlando. Brandon and Charles are standing by for our second half in Atlanta. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Let's go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Look at the dance and the juke. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback is scrambling around, actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
They get the conversion, and Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the gun, here's Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Coming off the pick six, it's Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Second down following the incompletion. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on now. 4 down.
Throwing is Newton. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Grady Jarrett able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
You know, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he works free. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air, and it's caught over the middle. Hooper, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. They'll set up to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now let's go. Blue line. Blue line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Now they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Cam's going to run the option right. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
In this case, I would love to be an offensive coordinator and draw up designed runs for Cam Newton.
Absolutely. And he can obviously throw it. He can pass. I mean, heck, 2015, first quarterback in NFL history, over 30 touchdown passes and over 10 touchdown runs. He can do it all.
He's the ultimate weapon, isn't he?
Now Stewart on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go back to Stewart on first. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 11.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deion Jones in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Here's Michael Pilardi now. He's been terrific so far. The kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. Drew Brees, 2 touchdown passes to lead the way. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Big hold of the 30. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. 30, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 84 yards, and the Falcons add on. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Panthers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Newton Funches with a catch over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. They create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game. All right? There's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks. Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet.
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
23 yards on the play.
We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple of years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Shepard. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. First and 10, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the 50, Newton. And some room to work. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Newton. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And his throw is incomplete. The intended target that time was Jonathan Stewart. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Following the penalty, here's Stewart. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you... You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Drew Brees, 2 touchdown passes thus far. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they got it here, 1st and 10. first down. He'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
First and goal here from the 2. They'll come out in the pistol. That one looks like he'll throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Back to the air, Newton on second down. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's blocked. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Saints have scored again, enjoying a comfortable cushion. Drew Brees, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Fielded about a yard deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver. I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they've indeed run the table here on the regular season. They finish a perfect 16-0, joining the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to ever do so. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it'll be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 6-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win.